We thought spring break meant freedom. No rules. No parents. No consequences. No one warned us that some places don't let you leave, and some voices don't belong to the living. By the time we understood what Blackwater Bay really was, one of us had already disappeared. And the worst part? It didn't stop there. There were 5 of us when we started the trip. Me, Alyssa, my best friend Jenna, her boyfriend Marcus, quiet, always observing Ethan, and Tara, the one who convinced us to go. She called it the perfect escape. No crowds, no tourists, she said, scrolling through photos on her phone. Just a private beach house and miles of empty coastline. The pictures looked unreal. Bright blue water, white sand, a lonely house sitting near the edge of a forest. Felt too perfect, but we didn't question it. We should have. The drive started like any other road trip. Music blasting, windows down, everyone laughing. But the last hour felt off. The road narrowed. Trees closed in on both sides. No cars passed us. No houses. No lights. And then our signal dropped. Completely. Tara just laughed it off. That's how you know it's a good spot. We stopped at a gas station just before sunset. The last sign of civilization. The man behind the counter looked at us for a long time before speaking. You kids heading toward the coast?
Tara nodded casually.
Yeah, Blackwater Bay. The way his expression changed, I still can't forget it. You shouldn't go there, he said quietly. Marcus smirked. Why? Bad Wi-Fi. No one laughed. The man leaned forward slightly. Every year, people go missing around this time. A chill ran through me, but Tara rolled her eyes. Urban legend, she said. We were halfway out the door when the man spoke again. If you hear someone calling your name from the water, we stopped. Don't answer. By the time we reached the house, it was almost dark. It looked exactly like the photos. That was the first thing that felt wrong. Nowhere. No damage. No signs anyone had ever lived there. Just perfect. Too perfect. The ocean stretched out in front of it. Silent. Still, almost unnatural. No waves crashing. No wind. Just a low, constant sound. Like something breathing. Inside, everything worked. Lights. Water. Doors. But the air felt heavy. Like the house was watching us. We tried to ignore it. That night, we drank, laughed, danced, forcing the normal spring break energy. For a while, it worked, until Jenna suddenly stopped moving. Did you hear that? We all went quiet. First, nothing. Then, faint, distant. A voice. Alyssa. My stomach dropped. Came from outside. Soft. Dragged. Wrong. Like someone trying to copy a human voice. But not quite getting it right. I stepped toward the door without thinking. Alyssa, don't, Ethan said sharply. But I was already reaching for the handle. Then Tara grabbed my arm. Wait. The voice came again. Closer this time. Alyssa. Every instinct in my body screamed that something was wrong. We didn't open the door. And after a few minutes, the voice stopped. The next morning, Tara was gone. At first, we thought she went outside early. But her phone was still on the table.
Hierbij untouched.
Her shoes, still by the door. The front door stood open, leading straight to the beach. We followed her footprints in the sand. They were clear, straight, no signs of struggle.
No hesitation.
Just walking toward the water. And then, they stopped, right at the edge, like she had simply stepped in, and vanished. We tried calling for help. No signal. We drove back toward the gas station. But when we got there, it wasn't open. It wasn't even functioning. It looked abandoned. Windows broken. Doors hanging loose. Dust everywhere. Like no one had been there in years. Marcus just stared. That's not possible. But nothing about this place made sense anymore. We went back to the house. We had nowhere else to go. That night, no one drank. No music. No talking. Just silence. And the ocean. Then, knock. 3 slow taps on the door. Marcus stood up immediately. That's Tara. Wait, I said. Another knock. Softer. Marcus. It was her voice. Perfect this time. Not distorted. Not wrong. Just Tara. He rushed to the door. Marcus, don't open it. But he already had. The door swung open. Nothing there. Just darkness. And the ocean. Then her voice came again, from farther away. Marcus! He stepped outside, like he couldn't stop himself. We ran after him. He walked toward the water slowly. She's there, he whispered. And then, something moved beneath the surface. Too fast to see. It grabbed him, pulled him under.
No esplas. No scream.
Just gone. We locked ourselves inside after that. Every door, every window. Ethan didn't say much, but I could see it in his face. He understood something we didn't. Jenna found the journal, hidden in a drawer, old, worn, belonging to someone named Claire. The entries described the same thing. Spring break. 5 friends. The same house. The same voices. They call from the water. They use our voices. They take one at a time. My hands were shaking as I turned the last page. If you answer them, they take you. And when they take you, you become part of it. That night, the voices came inside. Not outside. Inside. Soft footsteps echoed down the hallway. Then Tara's voice. Alyssa, please. Jenna broke down. That's her. She's alive. No, I said. It's not her. The voice moved closer. Why won't you help me? We backed into a room and locked the door. Then something tapped on the wall behind us. From inside it, Ethan whispered, "That's not possible." The tapping turned into scratching. Then, a new voice. "Marcus, let me in." We didn't sleep. We just waited, counting seconds, waiting for daylight. At some point before dawn, everything went silent, completely silent. That's when Jenna snapped. "I can't stay here," she said, shaking. Before we could stop her, she ran out. "Jenna!" We chased her outside. She was already walking toward the ocean. Slow, calm, like she was being called. "Jenna, stop!" She turned, smiling, but it wasn't her. "They're not gone," she said softly. "They're waiting." And then she stepped into the water and disappeared. After that, we didn't wait. Me and Ethan ran. We didn't pack, didn't think, just ran to the car and drove. The road felt endless, like it was stretching, like something didn't want us to leave. But eventually, signal came back. We called the police. They went to check the place. But when they returned, they said something that still doesn't make sense. There's no house there, no building, no road leading to it, nothing, just empty coastline. It's been a year. I don't go near the ocean anymore. I don't answer unknown numbers. Because every spring break, I get a call. I never pick up. But the voicemail always comes. First it was Tara, then Marcus, then Jenna. Last night, it was Ethan. His voice sounded different, like the others. "Alyssa." Pause. Then, "We're coming back for you. So if you ever go somewhere quiet for spring break, somewhere too perfect, too empty, and you hear someone calling your name from the water, don't answer, no matter how real it sounds, because it might not be someone you lost. It might be something that's been waiting for you." We thought we got lucky. A beachfront hotel during spring break for almost half the price.
No crowds.
No waiting.
No noise.
Felt like we had the entire place to ourselves. Now I understand why. Because everyone who stayed there before us never actually left. And the hotel? It doesn't let you check out. There were 4 of us, me, Daniel, my girlfriend Kayla, my best friend Chris, and his cousin Leo. We arrived late, around midnight. The hotel looked wrong. Not broken, not abandoned, just empty, like it was waiting. The sign flickered above us, barely readable. A few letters dead. Chris laughed nervously. "This looks like one of those places people disappear in." No one replied. Inside, the lobby was silent. Too silent. No background music.
No footsteps. No voices.
Just a woman behind the counter. She didn't smile. Didn't even blink much. "We have a reservation," Kayla said. The woman nodded slowly and handed us a key. A real key. Cold. Heavy. Old. "Room 217, she said. Then, after a pause, "If someone knocks after 2 a.m., don't open." Leo smirked. "What happens if we do?" The woman looked straight at him. "They'll come inside." The hallway smelled damp, like something had been wet there for a long time, and never dried. Our room was at the end. always at the end. That's how these things go. Inside, everything looked clean. Too clean. Like it was staged. Not lived in. We tried to ignore it. Played music. Opened drinks. Made jokes. For a while it worked. Until the clock hit 2:03 a.m. Knock. Soft. 3 taps. We all froze. Chris looked at me. You expecting someone? I shook my head. Knock. Louder. Maid service. The voice was wrong. Flat. Lifeless. Like something copying a human voice without understanding it. Leo whispered, "Don't open it." Then the handle moved. Slowly. Like someone was trying to get in. Then, "Yo bro, open up." It was Chris's voice. We all turned. Chris was standing next to us. Not outside. No one moved. No one spoke. The knocking stopped. Just like that. In the morning, Leo was gone.
No noise. No struggle.
His phone still there. His shoes still by the bed. The door locked from the inside. We ran to the front desk. "Our friend is missing." The woman stared at us. "No one is missing." "Yes, there is. He was with us." She tilted her head. "There are only 3 of you. We left that same day. Didn't pack properly. Didn't argue. Just left." A week later, I checked my phone. Photos from the trip. But something was wrong. Leo wasn't in any of them. Not one. Like he never existed. Last night, at exactly 2:03 a.m., there was a knock on my bedroom door. And a voice whispered, "Room service." Spring break was supposed to be fun. A cabin. A lake. No people around. Just us. That's what made it perfect. That's what made it a mistake. Because the woods around that cabin don't just take people. They learn them. Then they come back wearing their face. There were 6 of us. We rented the cabin online. Cheap. Remote. No owner in sight. Just a message. Key under the rock. Enjoy. The place looked peaceful. Too peaceful. The lake didn't move. Not even a ripple. Like something beneath it was holding it still. That night, we sat around the fire. Laughing. Drinking. Jake suggested we explore the woods. "Come on, it's just trees," he said. Mia didn't like it. "Places like this, people go missing." Jake laughed. So we went anyway. First, it was normal. Flashlights cutting through darkness. Leaves crunching under our feet. Then, we noticed something. Every tree looked the same. Not similar. Identical. Like copies. Chris stopped walking. "Have we been here before?" "No," I said, but I wasn't sure. Because the path looked familiar. Too familiar. Then we heard it. Footsteps. Behind us. Matching ours. We turned. Nothing there. "Let's go back," Mia said. No one argued. But when we turned around, the path was gone. That's when Jake disappeared. No sound.
No scream.
Just gone. We started shouting. "Jake!" Silence. Then, "Guys, help me." His voice. From deeper in the woods. Mia grabbed my arm hard. "That's not him." The voice came again. Closer. But wrong. Like it was being played from different directions at once. Surrounding us. Chris took a step forward. "We can't just leave him." Mia shook her head. "If you go, you won't come back." We ran. Didn't think. Just ran. And somehow, we found the cabin again. We locked the doors. Sat in silence. Then, knock. On the window. We turned. And there he was. Jake. Standing outside. Smiling. But his eyes. They were empty. Too dark. Too still. "Let me in," he said. Mia whispered, "Don't open it." Jake's smile widened. Then, his head tilted. Too far. Too unnatural. The lights flickered. When they came back on, he was gone. The next morning, the lake wasn't still anymore. It was moving. Slow circles. Like something was swimming just beneath the surface. Watching us. We left. Didn't look back. Didn't talk about it. But sometimes at night, I hear footsteps outside my window. Slow. Patient. And a voice. Almost Jake's. "Why didn't you let me in?"